Hey everyone, in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about one of our projects called the Love Sniper initiative. So what this one does basically is, I can give you a little bit of a look here at our Discord. Let me just switch what I'm showing. So here, if you look in the Discord, you can see that we have a bot set up. This bot is created by Rishi, as you can see here. So what it does is, every time an account posts its first post, like its very first post, it lets us know with this notification that which account it is, with a quick link to open it up, what the title is, who the account was created by, and the tags used in the post. So this is to give us like an idea of, how genuine this account may be. And like, of course, just looking at this, it's hard to determine. I mean, there's a little bit of like suspicion, like how did it know to use these tags? For instance, these tribes, it either the onboarder either let them know, or it's a recurring user that's just creating new accounts based on, having run into trouble in the past, maybe because of AI generated, even though it's making it obvious here that that's what the post is about. But either way, you can tell that, sometimes it tells you directly who the user is, and if that user doesn't have an issue with, high watchers or has run into troubles in the past, then you can kind of like rest assured that maybe the post is genuine. So going back to high watchers, and this channel with the Love Sniper, this is public, so anyone in our Discord can use it, can take a look at it. And this is to encourage people to go out there and welcome these users. If they feel that they're genuine, real, they can leave them a comment, maybe delegate some RC to them so they can continuously use the blockchain, and just follow them, give them some votes here and there if you feel like they're doing good and trying. And in terms of our initiative, let's go back to here. So we have these compilation posts, even though you can see that it's been a bit lacking lately, because it's quite a lot of work to go into this, because you need to look at the posts, read them, and leave a comment about the post, about the user, let them know that they're being accepted to the Love Sniper initiative, which to them it doesn't mean much, but what it means is something I want to touch on here next. So the compilation posts basically reward the curators doing this job, and this is something we'll be looking for to invite new people over to help curate. So for every post that has seemed genuine, we highlight them in this compilation post. Of course, it's not like 100% foolproof. Sometimes some people, they get tricked. Sometimes some people know what to look for. This is just because Ecency is kind of screwing with my images lately. I need to use VPN to watch them. But so based on the amount of work each curator puts into going through the list of new posts, they get a portion of the beneficial rewards. This one also, it goes to OCD, but it doesn't belong to OCD. We distribute these once a month to the voters. Either way, another thing that Love Sniper does is, let me go back to, so if you go to any front end at lovesniper/feed, you can tell all of the accounts that the Love Sniper initiative follows. So these are, if you go to the filters and exclude reblogs, so these are all the accounts that the Love Sniper account follows. So this gives everyone, whether they're part of the Love Sniper team or not, they can still contribute by going in, checking the posts of accounts that the Love Sniper has deemed to be acceptable, like potentially genuine. And you can look at the posts, you can give them a small vote, and maybe leave a comment as well, because this should help retention. these are most likely real accounts. And of course, you should also take everything with a grain of salt. Maybe like do some Google reverse search on images here and there. Make sure they're not plagiarizing text or just blatantly respinning it and things like that. And if you're part of the Love Sniper team, you will also get a lot of tools at your disposal to use it within the Discord to check things like blacklists, uh, a lot of different things I'm not going to mention now because, abusers would in that way pick up on what I'm saying and try to avoid those things, which, would make it just harder to filter out the bad ones. The Love Sniper basically follows these accounts and it unfollows them if they start doing well, which usually is like past reputation 60 or so. This account, for instance, should get unfollowed soon because it seems to be doing quite well on its own. But in general, Love Sniper follows every account that it adds to compilation posts that it deems to be genuine. So even like outsiders could look into this channel on a daily basis, see who they find interesting themselves, that it's newcomers. And as I said, like the Love Sniper has been a bit inactive lately. Some curators have been AFK or not had the time to deal with it, so we will be looking for new curators, but we also need to keep in mind that we need people who are reputable. You need something to lose if you're found out to be constantly curating and uh, pushing for votes towards accounts that turn out to be, what's it called, like bad users, abusers in some way. So we need people who have a lot of experience, want to do the work that takes that's required to make sure the people that they're uh, waiting for are legit, but at the same time, there's a lot of power that comes with this as well. So if someone, for instance, say they would create sock puppet accounts on their own just to direct our votes towards those accounts by being part of the Love Sniper team, then they would need to have something to lose for us to ban them from OCD and maybe even throw a report somewhere that this user was purposely uh, encouraging the curation of bad accounts. But this is not something that happens often. So as long as you're just being careful and it's not always just spam accounts and abuser accounts being curated, then you're probably fine most of the time. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments or come over to a Discord. We'll be setting up a channel for the Love Sniper initiative to look for curators. So if you have a lot of experience on Hive and are active daily and have a good reputation, then you're probably one of the people we're looking for. And if you're not too experienced with curation, we also will help you out with, learning more. Either way, I thought this is like a cool initiative, and we'd also be open to collaborating with other projects. I know the Terminal may be doing something similar to this. So if this is something that interests you, do let us know. And I feel there's a lot of value in this activity because a lot of people who come into Hive make their first post. That might be like are they gonna continue using the platform or not? And since many of us are incentivized to go out there and curate users, then this is one of the best ways to do so. To like find them when they do their first post, which may keep them from coming back, might give them some RC to continue being active and things like that. So in terms of retention, I think this is a very valuable project, but as I mentioned, it also takes quite a lot of work. So that's why we try to reward the people doing the work with some author rewards as well. So that's kind of like the broad aspect of it. Just thought I'll make a quick post about it. And yeah, if we can find some more people who are interested in doing it, that would be great. If not, you can also just support it by just being on the Discord, going through the list yourself, maybe leaving some emojis to help other curators determine if those accounts are genuine and if they should receive more support. And we can maybe like figure out other ways as well to consistently curate these users and reward them based on the Love Sniper feed itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll try and make some more videos about some of our initiatives. Hopefully, we can find more people to focus on these aspects of Hive retention. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.